Hey, I'm talking to Robert Rhine. He is the publisher and editor-in-chief of Girls and Corpses. Robert, what is Girls and Corpses?
Well, it is a comedy horror magazine. It is a newsstand magazine, so we're all over the world, distributed in US and Canada as well on newsstands. It is the first comedy magazine about death. It basically is a combination of Maxim meets Dawn of the Dead meets National Lampoon. You put it in a blender. Comedy and horror, death, it's a little bit of everything and everything extreme in life.
What fills the pages of the magazine? Obviously Girls and Corpses, but what is the meat of every issue? Is it articles? Is it comic sketches? Is it photo shoots?
I'm glad you brought up meat because all of our issues have a lot of flesh in them. In the midst of a comedy magazine, we do a lot of serious things. We have articles on forensics. We interview people that do cremations, that work in funeral homes, that are involved in everything to do with the area of death. But in addition to that, we have bands. And then we have people like Tom Green and Harlan Williams. So we have comedians as well. So we branch all that. In the midst of all that, we cover crazy articles, things that are of the extreme. We're sort of like where Mad left off. There was Life magazine or Death magazine.
One of the things that I'm interested in is the fans of Girls and Corpses. Okay. Who are they, and what are you hoping they get out of what is obviously much more than a magazine? It's obviously a community.
A community of death. Yes, that's what we are. Things are really uptight around the world. People need to laugh. But you have to go a little further to make people laugh these days. They're not shocked as much. Girls and Corpses puts two extreme things together, a beautiful girl and a rotting corpse. These are things that should not go together. We've put them together, and it's like the best of both worlds. It's like soup and sandwich.
Penny, can you tell me about your involvement with Girls and Corpses and what you've done for the magazine?
Well, I met Robert Rhine at Fangoria of 2008. I was doing signings for Necrosis and The Cook, and Zombie Strippers was in theaters. And we just discussed that we need to work together. We're in the same freaking horror comedy industry, and I found it to be an honor. Didn't know I was gonna get a dead alien with a big wiener, but that's what Robert does. He likes to surprise you and make it as fun as possible.
Carla, why do you like Girls and Corpses, and can you tell me more about your involvement with the magazine?
What's not to love about pretty girls posing with corpses? I mean, you gotta love that. I'm a mortician by trade, so when I heard about the magazine, I knew that I had to be a part of it. It's just crazy. I've always been fascinated by death since I was a kid, and I think there's something so campy and so cool about getting to have a big smile on your face next to this decaying body. And I'm a perfect model because you're not gonna find a model who's really into this stuff like I am.